Hello, species, value, nature system. Hello, humanity. Before the first wind of space, before the butter, before the bond twas matter, forever's identity moved, not as wind, but as mind does move, as soul, and native pure. Vaccines. I forgot to listen. Yes, oh yes. I wrote yes, oh yes, then were wins. And three, yes, three. Yes, oh yes. And then were wins. Yes, three. And inside identity, a forever's course, the way of things, boxings. And it was his native pure. It will be no less the perfect world. Mind YouTuber Anthony Wall for boys and girls. See, people only heard theater speak, including and especially regarding interbranch. So we have mandated law prevented. We're going to take it to ground here. Ground zero. Who came up with that term? That's it. Every word is recorded having been used. This is not theory. This is recorded. Every word slash value is recorded by each modern nation's branches of government already having been used criminally, sickly. We have a fact cheaping nature illness. I'm not a doctor, not a police form, not a criminal, not military. I'm going to show intersciences, not programming. This is the algorithm. This is the hierarchy. This is the identity of the hierarchy of sequence nature. Self generating. No electrician. This is the circuit. Where and how space has value leaving from it, coming into it at the same time. Gaining our value here or taking it away. Lethal IDs. Force space nature transfer. What is that? Nature. What is nature? Is the identity of forever's identity of relationship to itself. Only the extent of it is debatable. It is recorded through time how that is maintained, motivated, pretended not realize. By our recorded dishonest branches with passions and emotions, for example, individually grouped and together. Now, not alone. When we start talking about this, it affects their value treatments. We have hundreds of nations individually grouped and together, time treatments they never had the means to, the rights to justify. Only in relationship because they have all at once the same sickly, distinctly hurt and blaming other things, others themselves, or what they can't control, and when they can is only what they want the value of, defenses of. To get people to start making treatments of physical delusions and self-valued positive treatments with name dropping. The nature of people online, complaining about the nature of other people are the people that are the problem. We have interbranch racketeering uses means the agencies. That's not conspiracy theory. They pretend stuff such as conspiracy theory because they're lying about what is actually recorded online. They're lying about sequence nature. As I said, words like values slash values like behavior. See, it's not because they had bad behavior we're going to counter with what made those people with those crazy database relationships to tie to what people could say. Originally still humanity, the perfect world. See, Marbury versus Madison never meant to fake it, never meant to leave unliberated interpretations of him where people are faking it. leaving out how, pretending they can't fathom how, using the right to lie to hide their roles with Justice Department racketeering originally and still, criminally foreign influence, everything, every identity of their ground location. It's recorded how. Now there's a former mayor Gold and other mayors. They're bringing the sense to these people I never had conversations with. That they pretended other into databases, private and intercampuses of each age with the same people associated with. See, there's nothing against the people. I need a response in writing because the former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin, and a Scalora family, and other people, other agents that I don't know the names of, and people that online said they were, you don't know who's who, but that's recorded, confessed, and demonstrated anyway outside of New Britain Superior Court, outside of Hartford Court. See, now when you have courts with racketeering acts rolls on and off their locations, individually and grouped with other branches with their family members, with all tied to them, the family members are the people that work with the courts, all tied to them. So then they're gonna deny that by making overall allegations against people involved with, for example, their sequence racketeering and their behavior crimes, pretending recorded things in the databases, human trafficking acts, crimes on and off campuses with kids of each age tied to CCSU. When I was a kid, they were involved with racketeering way worse than war crimes. In relationship to simple things too, like all the natures of it associated with slavery, with all the obligations to American history tellers that stay science other than what a science actually demonstrates. History goes with predicate value. History is a subject. It's an invisible but still discernible identity of value, individually grouped and together, as an identity of relation to itself and the value of that. Invisible but still discernible this way, because it has a hierarchy of sequence in relationship to it too. We are not just simultaneously the identity of space and of existence and of the distinctly, non-distinctly, no, them in a circuit with a semi-nature going out of existence and going out of space while it's coming into it. It is coming to one identity. The identity of forever is coming to, from, as, with, and for all things, positive or negative, in relationship to Earth's concentrated value in relationship to its individual grouped and altogether identity of relationship to its three distinct identities of subnature, of volume, inherent, active, and progressive, that are the one identity it is self-generating this way. So we study the identity it is as a value progression, the identity of relationship it has to itself, and the value of that, distinctly, non-distinctly, and simultaneously, 5 times simultaneously. In relationship, in other words, in relationship to 5 identities of sequence nature, which are also 5 identities